The Fever zone, I guess, had you guys been expecting that zone? And then I'm assuming you were trying to make like adjustments as the game were going. So like, what were some of those adjustments that Tyler was kind of having you guys do?
Yeah, we assumed they were going to run zone. They haven't in a long time, but just with their body count, we knew it. We did a better job in the second half, I think, attacking the middle of the zone that we weren't doing in the first half. But we also just didn't play with pace, and we didn't play aggressive, and we played into the zone perfectly for them, and we're just super stagnant.
Kelsey had another big game tonight. I didn't think defensively you guys were like out of position or anything, but just what were your assessments just on how you matched up with her tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's never one person's job, and that's what we spoke about when you're guarding Kelsey. She's so fast that it's not just you on an island when you're defending her, and I think that that's sometimes where we went wrong. Sometimes when you're the nail help, you need to be across more and that help, but I mean, Indiana do such a good job of spacing the floor with their shooters, their pace, and their cutting, that sometimes we did one action, we defended it well, but then the second one we weren't locked into, so I think that was sometimes our fault.
It seemed like you were able to find driving lanes. Did you feel like the spacing was like supporting that, or just what was that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be intentional in doing that as much as I can, because I think we needed as a group just to get a bit more of that downhill attack, even if it's not for my own shot. Even sometimes it's just through cutting, just to create that movement, so that we aren't stagnant or slow. So yeah, I was just trying to be intentional about that.
Any more players?
You guys went real small towards the end of the game. Just what did you like from that lineup? Because it looked like you guys were kind of like staying engaged and kind of, staying in the game as best you could.
I mean, I liked our small lineup, and I think it went well against what they were doing them too, because they were small. I mean, they had Vivian playing at the 3, and and they had Didi at the 4. So I just thought, or the 5 maybe, but I thought it was a good lineup. I mean, I think it's good when we can space the floor better. We get better looks. I mean, I think it was just good matchup versus what they were doing as well, but I just think it helps us space the floor a little bit.
And to piggyback off the question that Alyssa asked in regards to their zone, there were times that it looked like you guys were moving the ball well, but then other times where things kind of got a little stagnant. Just what did you guys see adjustment-wise that you think you could have done a little differently in those moments?
I really do think that pace is the answer to that. Pace in the way that we cut, in the movement of the ball, and then just doing something with that 0.5 mentality, because when we slow it down, it doesn't do anyone a good service in that sense. It makes every shot harder, it makes everything contested. So I think if you just add pace to what we're doing, you've got a different system.
You guys have been having to play without Angel, and then she wasn't able to be here today. Can you guys just talk a little bit about missing her presence? Because I feel like her presence is a big part of the team, and so just kind of what that's like.
Yeah, I think it's this season has just been we truly need everybody. You see it the whole season when people have gone down. When Ariel was out, it was such a big piece. Angel's out, it's a big piece. Flutie in the beginning, such a big piece. And that's what we've always talked about in the beginning of the year. We need every one of us. We play such a big role on this team individually. So when we're missing a piece, it obviously is obvious. But we also have been dealing with that all season. So we need to find a way to be tough and play through that and get better and find a way to adjust.
Coaches lauded specifically you guys and some of the other leaders, the veterans on the team, as far as your leadership is concerned. And Rachel, I saw you leading, not leading, but you were very, active in one of the timeouts. Just what were you kind of feeling in that moment? And just, is there anything you could just kind of share, just messaging what you were kind of imploring?
At that point, it's just, we're probably not winning the game, right? And we're down 30 or 20, whatever it was. And at that point, it's just discipline. Do things that we know we can do and do it the right way. That's the biggest thing. It's not about losing, it's the way we're losing. And we know better. We know we can't help off strong side corner. We know that we can't go under on shooters. And that's pretty much what my messaging was in that huddle after that had just happened. So just making sure we're doing the discipline things and doing it the right way, because that's the only way we're going to get better and continue to create good habits.
Right.
Coach, be next.